What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have got a Chicago Bulls and Cleveland Cavaliers game reaction. The Bulls, look, you might look at the scoreline and you would think the Bulls got absolutely destroyed in this game. Well, I'll tell you this much, we got destroyed in one of the quarters, that's for sure. But all in all, it was still a very good fight for a lot of that game. And it is something to take away from it, but at the same time, as much as there's positives, there are key weaknesses to this team that we do need to address. So without further ado, let's get started on it in this video. But before we get any further, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls, their game today, and your player of the game as we lose this one 139 to 117. Now, losing a game by 22 points is normally not a positive thing. Normally, I would say. But I do want to talk about some positives first and foremost. 3 out of those 4 quarters, the Bulls were with them tooth and nail. We had the lead for the majority of the first half. Yes, the third quarter was a little bit sketchy. We lost the third quarter by 3 points. But ultimately, again, we were close with them for a lot of that half. We were close with them for a lot of those quarters. The fourth quarter is where we got dismantled. We only scored 23 points to the Cleveland Cavaliers 43 points, and we lost by 22. So a lot of that had to do with how we played in the fourth quarter. So 3 quarters of positive basketball, I would say. Fighting, scratching, clawing, making threes, making plays. Teams are hustling out here. We played a little bit of bully ball against the Cleveland Cavaliers. How many times do you see that against them? And all in all, it was fun for a while. But the negative we got to take away is, of course, how are we dealing with ourselves in clutch situations? This team is a very young team. This team clearly has room to grow in the clutch. Now, again, at the start of the season, we had some good clutch games. Last season, we were one of the best clutch teams in the league. But I think we're now starting to come to the realization we don't have the same players. Therefore, we don't necessarily have the same, I guess, talent there to maybe put a game away compared to what we once had. And you know what? It's a growing pain. And you got to also understand that this Bulls team is short-staffed in this game. We didn't have Lonzo Ball once again. No Josh Giddey out there for the Bulls as well. No Nikola Vucevic either. So again, a lot of key guys out missing for the Chicago Bulls. Io's out for the rest of the season. How heartbreaking is that, by the way? I'll be sure to make a video about that in the near future. But so much going wrong on the injury crisis for the Bulls that yes, of course, that does play a factor. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses and say, oh, if we had this player and that player, we would have won the game. At the end of the day, almost every team goes through big injuries throughout the course of the season. And a lot of it will affect championships. Sometimes winning a championship does come down to how healthy your squad is. If your squad is healthy by the NBA Finals and you make it there, you have a good shot of winning that series. It's as simple as that. But yeah, of course, being short-staffed, not having that defensive presence in Lonzo Ball, not having the guy that can help control a game, maybe help ease the pressure in the fourth quarter like a Josh Giddey, not having your veteran presence in Nikola Vucevic, even though Zach Collins is playing some tremendous basketball for the Bulls. I mean, how much did he have today? 20 points and 12 rebounds with 2 assists. He's balling out for the Bulls in almost every single way. It still hurts to not have those guys there. So I give credit to the Bulls. Great fight. Showed some tough spirit there. But there's still a little bit of ways to go. And we shouldn't be sugarcoating it and saying everything's going to be okay. We shouldn't be sugarcoating it and saying that this team will find a way to win in the end. We may not find those ways to win. But we need to learn from the losses. And that's what I'm hoping for. Great fight, great spirit. Love that. Now it's time to learn from those losses. We'll see what happens in the next game. I don't think we verse Cleveland again this season, but if we do, we'll see what happens in that next adventure against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now let's talk about some individual performances. As we already mentioned with Zach Collins, great center play from him in 28 minutes of action. Buzelis had 17 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds. Every single game I'm watching Buzelis play, he's coming into his own in one way, form, or fashion. Even if it's not on the scoring end, it's defensively. Maybe it's a couple of playmaking areas that he finds a way to improve in. It's something every game with Buzelis. And it brings joy to my heart because at the beginning of the season, he wasn't playing an inch of minutes, and we were all complaining about it. Now I'm sitting here and saying Buzelis played 31 minutes for the Chicago Bulls, and development is only going to come with game time. And I'm very happy that he's getting some decent game time for the Bulls. Dalen Terry came into the starting lineup. He had 4 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Not the greatest, not the best. Yeah, Dalen Terry, there's a lot on the line for him, I would say, this season. So we'll see how he finishes out the season. With Io being out, there's a lot of opportunities to come his way. I'm not going to judge him based on one game in the starting lineup, but if he's going to continue to make his claim there, I think we're going to need to see some improvements. Kobe White, 25 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. I would say a solid overall game for Kobe White. Probably my player of the game in all, to be honest. But yeah, a decent performance from him. Trey Jones comes into the starting lineup, does a little bit of everything for us. 9 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, near triple-double alert. Almost has the Josh Giddey stat line. So you got to give him credit where it's due. Taylor Horton-Tucker had 22 and 6 off the bench. Unbelievable. 31 minutes of action as well. Can't complain. Again, and he made some big shots for the Bulls. Jalen Smith with 13 and 11. Nice center play off the bench. Other than that, our bench production, I mean, 22 from Tucker is great. And 13 from Jalen Smith is great. But only 4 points for Julian Phillips in 20 minutes. Javon Carter had 3 points and 3 assists. And a couple of other guys didn't play. Maybe we could see better from a couple of guys. But overall, I think the bench production, when it comes to points-wise, isn't too bad today. So, yeah. Things we need to improve on for sure. Team stats-wise, we could take a look at that while we're here as well. Things to notice, the Bulls only made 11 threes in this game. 44 attempts and only 11, so 25%. Not great. Points in the paint-wise, 68 points in the paint, so we dominated points in the paint. We fouled too often, 21 personal fouls. I think that's a bit much. We lost the rebounding battle, if I'm not mistaken. Our free throws, 70% from the free throw line. That has to improve. So again, certain areas that we lost, key areas that we lost, but we took 106 shots. So we took about 8 shots more than them. Again, speaks volumes to how we lost. But yeah, when the team makes 6 more threes at a better efficiency, you tend to lose those type of games. So with that being said, my player of the game is Kobe White. I think Taylor Horton-Tucker deserves a big shout out off the bench for what he was able to do. But my player of the game is Kobe White, 25 and 7, I think it was. Yeah, you can't complain with stats like that from a guy that you probably expect from, in all honesty, to drop stats like that every now and then, especially in a game like this when he is the guy. You know, Josh Giddey's not there to take control, so Kobe White has to take that control. And for 3 quarters, I really thought it went well. But yeah, 4th quarter time, we need to step it up. What do you guys think? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and or subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.